Last month, something terrible happened. Oracle started laying off their employees, and we're not talking about dozens or even hundreds. We're talking about thousands. There's some reports stating that it's up to 30,000 employees got laid off. With an email, they woke up one morning, everything was normal. They go to check their inbox, and they got an email stating that their job was gone. The money that was supposedly coming in for their family and their future evaporated overnight. And this isn't the first case. There is thousands and even hundreds of thousands of big, massive tech companies laying off employees like they're disposable. And if this is something that you're impacted by or think maybe it could happen to you, you're going to want to watch this entire video because I'm going to show you how to take full control of your entire finances. So let me ask you something. If you got this same email, if your company lets you go tomorrow, what would you do? What would you still have coming in? Do you have some hedge that's making cash flow for your income? And if it hasn't happened to you yet, if you have an employer, you're always going to be at risk. And unfortunately, of those 30,000 people, a lot of this stuff was out of their control. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't skip work or weren't performing. They just basically got put on the chopping block. And the crazy thing is, Oracle had reported massive profit. This wasn't like something where they were just trying to save the company. They were having a profitable year and still let go of 30,000 employees. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about the actual ways to take control over your future through 3 proven side hustle paths. These are the same side hustles that I've used to go and work in more than 100 countries, and I've helped hundreds of thousands of other people achieve the same results. And being able to do this from anywhere you want, whether that's overseas in Thailand or in the USA, it doesn't matter. If this is your first time seeing me, make sure to hit subscribe for new videos every week on how to earn from anywhere. Let's dig right in. Now, the first proven path for starting a side hustle is with freelancing. Freelancing platforms like Upwork generate billions of dollars through revenue that are passed from companies to freelancers, and that money is up for the taking. And so a lot of people think that they need to start with something that's brand new, out of their wheelhouse, a different business. But again, that's not really what I recommend. I basically say start with something you already know or have experience in. I've helped thousands of people get started with freelance writing or just figuring out how to bring their current experience and job to the freelancing marketplace. And I think that's the best way to start. If you have 5, 10, or even 15 years of experience in finance, it's probably not a good idea to get started with like healthcare or some sort of tech industry. Just use your finance experience that you've already been paid for 15 years and add on some freelancing clients on top of that. Do the same thing, but do a little bit more. Find those freelancing clients on platforms that are basically offering the same sort of work that you do. If you're creating financial reports for your company, figure out a way to offer those financial reports for other small businesses. It's a lot easier, a lot faster, and it's something that you can literally within a few weekends add some more clients. And I've seen people add 20, 30, 40% additional income on top of their salary within a few months of doing this because you're not having to go back to university for 4 to 5 years. You're not having to spend a few years learning skill sets. You can basically already take a skill set you already have it established, and you can bring that to the freelancing marketplace. This is why people get such faster results. And the other reason about this is they don't have that timing issue where you got to go through all this dirt and mud and those early days of doing stuff where you don't really get the results and you can just go straight to the next few levels. Of course, it's not easy being fresh to freelancing marketplace. You still have to put in the time, you have to put in the reps, and you have to build some good reviews, testimonials, and get your first few clients. But once you're done with that, it really builds on top of itself. And if you're able to deliver good work, you essentially just need 2 or 3 clients that like working with you. They like the work that you're able to deliver to them, and they'll keep paying you for your services as long as you're able to fulfill it.
If you guys like that part, you're going to love this. I'm giving away my best-selling book for absolutely free, and here's how you can get the audiobook in just a few seconds. Inside this book is the same techniques I've used to work abroad in paradise in more than 100 different countries. And the best part, this strategy hasn't just worked for me, it's helped hundreds of thousands thousands of people, earn more, work less, and travel the world. I'll leave a QR code here where you can get the audiobook for free with a free 30-day Audible subscription.
And so once you've built up a freelancing portfolio, you have some clients, the second step that I suggest people doing is building more of an agency and starting to outsource some of your work. And so again, if you're working your 9 to 5, you have 2 or 3 freelancing clients, again, you can maintain this. It might be a little stressful. You might have to work weekends, you might have to work after work, but if you really want to add on that 20 to 30% additional income, you need to put in some more effort. And so in the early days, it's going to be hard. It's going to be a lot of things to juggle, but at some point, there's going to be a breakthrough where you've got enough extra clients, you can start outsourcing a big bulk of the work. And this is essentially building a micro agency or essentially drop servicing some of the things that you're doing for your clients. And the way this works is fairly simple. Before, with freelancing, I'm a business, you're the freelancer, it goes from A to B. All the communication, all the projects, everything happens there. Now, with an agency, you typically go from A to B, but instead of B being a company, it's company to company, and you have somebody else fulfilling the work behind the scenes. Likely an overseas employee that understands the process. Maybe they even are certified in your same industry, but because their local cost of living is so much lower, you're able to basically have them do a bulk of the work. You review it, you cross-check it, and then you pass it over to your client for their review and feedback. You're essentially making sure that quality control stays up to your standard. And essentially, in some cases, I've seen it actually exceed standards because you're able to take your same process, knowledge transfer that over to another employee who's fully focused on it. Their 9 to 5 now is dedicated to this, where you're still doing your 9 to 5, and those additional hours are spent on clients. So once you're able to do this, you can focus more on the sales and marketing, bringing in new clients into the business, and then the actual fulfillment goes to your employee or your team, and you just cross-check it, make sure quality stays up. And it really divides the work, which allows you to, one, do less work, make more money, and in general, it's going to be a better ecosystem if you want to scale. I do think there is a sweet spot here where at some point, as a solo freelancer, you get overwhelmed. And with an agency, you need to find that mark where you're profitable enough where you actually have some additional profit margin to hire an employee or a contractor. And then next on, once you actually have this working, you can transition to just running a full-flung business. You start as a micro agency, and then you build it into either a full-fledged agency that might have 20, 30 employees, or you build it into a serviceable business. Maybe you found that everyone you work with is asking for 1 or 2 different services, and you productize those services into a business. And so again, the way to think about this is, hey, we only do tax returns. That's all we do. We don't do all these other things that go on throughout the year. And so what you can figure out is like, what is the most in-demand thing that you can make easily for the right price point, and you can really make a process around it. And so that's what you need to be thinking about is as you're going through this process, what areas or aspects can we really go down in this area and specialize in this instead of trying to do 100 different things for 100 different people. And so I suggest starting off in this process where you go from freelancer to micro agency to either building out a full-fledged agency or just taking a piece of like, as you're doing the agency work, as you're doing the client work, figure out those 1 or 2 things that most people want and then just specialize in that. Build that into a business, build that into a productized service, and then just really focus on doing that. And so those side hustles are the best way, and that's essentially the transformation that I've seen a lot of people make. And you can go on Upwork.com and start clients this weekend. What I typically suggest people doing is apply for 5 to 10 jobs every day. Make a challenge to hit that criteria for a 30-day period where you're going in, you're applying for those new jobs every day. Everyone I've talked to who's done the challenge usually has landed a client within 7 to 14 days. You got to stay consistent. You got to make each sort of pitch that you're doing catered for that client and job opening. And essentially, you're going to land clients if you stay consistent and you're actually putting in the work. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I'm going to leave another video here that goes a little bit more in depth on a topic that's hand selected just for you. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to take this a step further, I'll leave a few links below where we can hop on a call and see what's the best path for you forward. If not, get busy working, get busy doing, and I'll see you in the next one.